right, guys, thank you so much. With that, we're going to turn them loose right now. The Baker Pace Truck is in. Here we go for 150. Bubba Pollard's going to lead in the green. We'll bring the first lap on just for you. See what he can do here. Can he beat Carson Hocevar? Hocevar gets a good jump on the outside. Well, we're back under green.
Just another great start. He's obviously using the grip of the tires while you can. And we saw it in the battle at Berlin last year when Hocevar had no tires on a restart, just slipped through the field. So he's using the grip he has right now to get out in front. His Needles quickly falls back as Kyle Crump uses that high line, moving up into second place. As now here comes Derek Griffith now as Neil's kind of fading off of this restart. Kind of creating a separate groove there, Tanner. Running that high line. We have another spin. Chase Berta.
Everybody gets on the brakes and somehow, I don't know how they did it, but they did it. Traffic jam.
We're using up our mulligans, boys.
Oh, and there's a fire or something under Berta's car. I know you can see it. There's a fire in the left front.
They burn up his brakes already, but
yeah,
it's a good thing these tires have grip, because I feel like if that happens with 5 laps to go, now the guys probably won't have the same grip with their tires to slam on the brakes like that.
Green. Even with the 24. Even.
There you go. Rolling. Green, here we go. Crump on the inside. Hocevar up to the outside. 2 quick yellows so far.
Oh, boy. Crump was shooting it in there going into turn number 3, but he had to let up or else he was going to go to that side of that 71 car. Hocevar staying on the outside and in the lead here following the restart. 138 laps to go, but these two right now side by side battling like it's 8 laps to go.
Still Carson on the outside, runs the middle part of the groove. Way down to the inside for Crump in the 90.
It's a former Brian Campbell car.
Sean Gibson's way off the pace of the backstretch. We're going to get a yellow for that. He could not get out of the groove. The car lost power. And we've got sort of uncharacteristically 3 quick yellows here. Gibson's car just shut off, and there's no way he could get it off the racetrack. So, a little different jitters than we've had in the past. We're back under green one more time. Carson Hocevar the outside. 90 is Crump. 4 is Eric Jones right behind them.
Really, I mean, I keep mentioning maybe the paint line, if you will, in turn 1 and 2 is helping some drivers, but this outside line is working as, once again, Carson Hocevar, a really good jump here on Kyle Crump out of these corners. 30 laps to go as we have another spin. Joe Bush around, as well as a little bit of flame coming out the side of Chris Wright. Yeah. Another caution.
Wow, guns it. Joe Bush, you don't hardly ever see Joe Bush around. And, wow. Well, I'm going to have to go back in the memory banks. I can't remember the last time that we've had 4 yellows in 20 laps, Tanner. This kind of race, it just doesn't happen. This is the still cam replay here.
Coming right here.
Let's see if we can see.
Oh, yeah, that was a late move. Yep. It was pretty late.
Yeah,
I can see why Joe might be
Look at how they evaded, though. Excellent job. We're going back to green, guys. Here we go. It's been all Carson so far in the Banana Lemonade sub car, whatever you want to call that thing up on the outside. The top groove has worked for him every time, and it works again over Kyle Crump. It's Carson Hocevar, half a car length lead, Crump down to the inside, and everybody else behind.
These two guys have won huge races here at Berlin Raceway before. Crump, a former Battle at Berlin winner. Hocevar, one of only 2 drivers to win the Money in the Bank twice. Him and Brian Campbell hold that distinction. Hocevar, once again, out of turn 2, gets the lead. Still a lot of racing to go, but a lot of close battles all the way through the field.
Wow. 3 wide in the backstretch, why not?
Wow, what a little pass here trying to get to there.
And we'll stay 3 wide.
Oof. Way up
Needles
the track.
way up, and they're still 3 wide in the front stretch.
Oh, man, that was close right there.
Tanner, Gavin Bichelle there in the 24 car did a similar move to what the other 24 car did. The Sportsman, Jeremy Young, did it to win the race. This one here just to move up ahead. Now he's challenging Steve Needles to the inside.
One other thing I want to mention just real quick while we're watching this battle. Caution is out. Looks like it might be off of 4. I see a bunch of smoke. Yep, car in the wall, possibly Chase Berta.
Again, yeah, he lost all, and according to his crew chief, Blake Harms, shot the message up here. He has lost all power steering right now, so he probably just couldn't keep it together, and then just lost control of it.
into 3 and 4, side by side with Joe Bush. And yeah, it just comes around. That to me, he's got all the signs of he was just losing his steering inputs.
Hey guys, quickly, right as we go back to green, I've been able to grab Chase Berta right here out of the race car. Take us through what was the issue of the car and eventually that led to the incident that took you out of the race.
Yeah, the 12 car, he got put up in the wall, and we got under him, and then he kind of cut my nose off, and we spun, lost power steering, and we didn't have another line to get it back on, or there's no way. So it just sucks that we had a good piece. We were getting through the field, and it's lap 15. There's no reason to make that kind of move. So we'll regroup, and we'll be dirt racing on Friday, so we'll look forward to that.
All right, sounds good. Sorry about your luck.
Thank you.
You know, maybe it was a instance of him saving a little bit of tires. We got a battle for the lead. Eric Jones is going to work underneath Carson Hocevar in turn 1. Eric to the bottom, Carson on the top. They're side by side down the backstretch.
Boy, it looks like Jones might finally have a shot at the lead. Carson has led every single darn lap of this one so far. Side by side, unofficially at the line, it's Carson by nothing.
Carson Hocevar by 7,000 of a second that time by, but going to try to reverse that narrative here. Look at these guys go side by side, door to door, all the way around the 7/16 mile here at Berlin Raceway. Very little room between the two. Jones leads the lap, not by much. Hocevar sticks it right there, though, on the outside. Once again, getting a good run coming out of 2.
This is going to be a good battle right here, guys, because Carson's car looks like it's rolling the second lane pretty good, but the car looks like it's really strong on the bottom. So, you know, each end of the racetrack has its advantages. If you're on the top or bottom lane, the top's probably a little bit better in 3 and 4. The bottom's probably a little bit better in 1 and 2. And this is a great battle for the lead right here.
You got to wonder, though, how much is Carson Hocevar using those outside tires right now, trying to hold this lead, or at least stay near the lead, running that high line. Obviously, he's got a few laps to go here before he wants to change tires. He's really using up whatever he's got.
Yeah, it's certainly going to take its toll on the right side tires for sure. But I mean, 4 overall, but definitely on the right side tires, him running the second lane like that. The other thing that Jones can do running the bottom is when he comes off of 4, you see him right next to the concrete wall. He can actually, what they call, straighten out his exit and accelerate in a straight line. And that's going to help Eric's car a lot here the deeper we get into this run on tires, just because he's not, sideways slipping the tire off the corner. He's accelerating in a straight line, and those guys are, wow, that was close.
Here comes Eric Jones. He was on the high side battling Hocevar. He was on the low side. Now he looks to the high side of that 71 car. Gets a good run going there into turn number 3. And look at this. Eric Jones right in that second groove. He takes the lead. Hocevar not quite going away yet, though, but Jones getting his second leading lap of the race, and now he's starting to pull away from the Portage, Michigan native and Carson Hocevar.
And that was a textbook power move.
Took the hood off. It seems like they were thinking, we may have someone off the backstretch, guys.
Whoa. Yeah,
Brian Bergaker is off the backstretch.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so there's the competition yellow we're not going to have. So Bergaker.
Well, actually,
we could be by 1.
By one lap, it would be 11 to go. So if we somehow somehow stayed green, haven't been able to do that all night, we would have one more. But
Bergaker got out there pretty far.
Yeah, and he's kind of more towards the middle of the backstretch. We don't normally, when you get guys going off the backstretch, we see him go out kind of behind the turn 3 wall. So,
will the strategy work? Will it pay off? Will it be a disaster? Will it be a huge success? They stack up behind him a little bit. We're under green. Blake Rowe, Austin Hull, side by side. 61 laps to go on the Money in the Bank 150, presented by Baker Auto Group. Blake Rowe, for the first time, jumps to the front.
But that might not last for long. Look at Eric Jones in the 4 on the inside of Austin Hull. Whoa, they got very close. The nose of the 4 car under the back bumper of Hull. They keep it clean and green as Blake Rowe starting to opening things up here a little bit. Boy, Jones looked like he almost blocked him pretty much on the back.
I think at this point, a little bit of defensive driving, he almost got to at this point.
Well, this is very possibly for the race win right here. We know that the competition caution's coming out any second. These guys know it too, and there it is. Yep. We see the caution lights come on around the speedway. Ooh. We're going to re-rack them and go for 11, boys.
Wow.
I was about to say, remember that block on the backstretch by Eric Jones. If Pollard does not win this race and Jones does, that could be the difference.
It could have been the block of the century. Got 11 laps to settle it. Eric Jones on the inside. Blake Rowe has led the last 40 up on the outside. Blake Rowe, the 131, older tires than everybody else. How good is the 131? We'll find out. Got a decent jump. The question is what happens for second on back. Blake Rowe shoots the lead, 11 to go.
Man, Bubba Pollard just shoved Eric Griffith off in the 444 cars. Hocevar moves the inside of Michelle. Rose got a good lead. Jones, though, sticking right behind him, and Bubba Pollard.
Car looks awfully good, but is Jones better?
But here comes Pollard, though, on the outside, sitting in third. Oh, boy, right on the left quarter panel. They make contact. Tires spin. Rowe keeps it going forward, blocks Bubba Pollard, and keeps the lead. Jones dives down to the corner. He's in there in turn number 2. They're nearly 3 wide. Here comes Pollard to the outside. Rowe still in the lead.
Unbelievable contact. They keep it together 3 wide again. Jones to the inside thinks better of it before slapping the quarter panel. Bubba Pollard now takes the second spot away in the outside groove. Blake Rowe's hanging on. You can see Pollard hitting the power button on the outside groove. He's going to try to make Blake Rowe in the pass with just 6 laps to go. Rowe's defense all over the place, blocking all 2 grooves.
He's driving that bumper so wide open, blocking Pollard on the backstretch. Jones in the corner. Side by side they are now in turn number 1. A great run for Pollard. Can Rowe hold him off this time? Or can the Georgia driver make his move? Here he goes into turn number 3.
Boy, it's going to be a heavy feat for Blake Rowe to hang on. I think Bubba Pollard's going to hit the power button, and he does. Bubba Pollard snags it away with 5 laps to go. Blake Rowe could not hang on.
Pollard has not liked his car all day long, and he's had to work through so many different drivers, going near 10th and back up to the front and then falling back again. But when it came down to it, when the money was on the line, he put the pedal to the metal. He's out in front.
Bubba Pollard, 3 car lengths over Blake Rowe, continues to fade. Eric Jones will have to settle for third. Bubba Pollard keeps it 26 clean and green through 3 and 4 with a pass with 5 laps to go. Bubba Pollard takes the Money in the Bank 150 presented by Baker Automotive Group with a fantastic battle. Blake Rowe, second place, outstanding run. Eric Jones, third. Gavin Bichelle, fourth. Derek Griffith, Carson Hocevar, Evan Shotko, Chris Wright, Dylan Stovall, and Chase Pinsonneau.